welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5, falling off a mountain. Actually, not fallen as far as expected. I'm not sure we can recover from this. The answer is no. No, we cannot. I'm going to have to reset. I was about to say, we're on GTA 5 at the legendary straight line circuit. Yes, the track has been updated so we can use some of the new vehicles. The Arbiter GT is going to have a try because essentially it is like a Vamos but even faster. So it can only end well. I think it's slightly less likely to fall over, although I'm not actually sure on that aspect of it. We do know it wanders about all over the place randomly and is not the easiest thing in the world to drive. So yeah, on the straight line, oh god, yep, it is wandering quite heavily. I can't really too much about getting out of the slipstream because it has a mind of its own. It's slightly, I say slightly better than the Vamos. In some ways it's a little bit better than the Vamos, but in a lot of ways it's just as bad. There's a gap we're going to try and get through here. There's the very big crash up ahead! And, well, we went underneath Liam. Unfortunately, the help we got was not so helpful. There's Hello Brazen. You can go back onto your wheels. We got a lot too much help there. It wasn't the most help. It's just, so this sort of swaying from side to side is not us doing it. Now, unlike with the Vamos where it does kind of just do it completely on its own. This is, if I don't touch the steering at all, it doesn't do it. But as soon as you start, and you're going to be moving about because you're going to be trying to get slipstream. As soon as you do start moving, it's really easy for it to just kind of pendulum its way and get carried away and be very difficult to gather it all back up again. So we're going to keep an eye out for that. Oh, Gliska's in a really bad place, and Gliska just got sent airborne in all of that. That's a bad time. Mute's got spun. Don't know where that's going to appear. It was a real gamble as to what side needed to go, and things have fallen over. Yes, if you haven't seen this track before, turns out driving in a straight line is very difficult at times. Admittedly, we are picking cars deliberately intended to be bad at this for various physics reasons. And of course, we have slipstream and catch-up turned on. So slipstream means that the speed differential between vehicles is going to be massive, and these are the vehicles that are very difficult to control. The speed differential is ridiculous. So wacky things happen, cars go flying around, and just generally it's a big old crash. So it's a very silly track that has produced much entertainment over the years, and the Arbiter is kind of doing what we expected it to, really. Can we get... So we actually want this group to catch us, because we're going to take us forever to catch the leaders without any slipstream of our own. I mean, we'll do it eventually because of the catch-up, but it would just take a very long time. Mute is having all sorts of wobbling going on over there. Stevie, I'm hoping, is going to get in the slipstream of Lado, and I can get in the slipstream of Stevie. Here we go. We've got a good pull. No, nope. We had a good run, went to go past, car got all sorts of light and sketchy, and then all of the momentum has gone away. Didn't even lift, so the car was wobbling so much. Oh, Stevie's murdered a Mute. The car was wobbling so much, I didn't actually have to lift off the throttle, but because it was going from side to side and swaying, it slowed down so much just from the friction of those turns that the other cars caught and passed us. And, Stevie and Longbow, they met in the middle, and Ewan's gone very high. Sorry, Longbow. There was never going to be a gap anywhere. Unfortunately, that is unlucky. I think we're coming up to the turnaround point at some point as well, which is always recipe for disaster. You know what? I'm going to let Lado go through there and try and not die. It was Blakey that copped the explosion. I was not expecting Lado to actually be in the air at that point. I thought that car was going to be sort of free. Lado is pointing backwards and almost rolled. And everyone else has turned up. And we are going to try and get turned around, as is the usual, as is tradition. Aaron with an interesting idea, actually. If you've got the checkpoint, that could actually be very clever. Could work really well. Spin it early and reverse into the horde of cars, grab the checkpoint and drive away. We did quite well, actually. Me and Liam got away from that quite nicely. I mean, there was a bit of a cluster, there was a bit of a mess, but we got ourselves out of that pretty well, all things considered. As you can see, the cluster and mess is coming towards us. Oh, come on, go. We didn't quite get the momentum we needed. No, it's not going to work. We're going to be side by side with Liam. I mean, it's fine. The horde is going to catch us in a second anyway. So we will just... we could lift and drop back and let Liam pass and then slipstream Liam, but in all of that, we're going to get caught anyway. So Oh, there's a lot of moving going on in my car. It genuinely does have a mind of its own. I think it might be haunted. Uh-oh. No. There's a gap in the middle here. Ugh. So much just wonder. It's a shame the car looks really good. A bit like the Vamos. Like, I like the look of the Vamos. It's just terrible to drive. And this is kind of similar thing with this. Looks cool. I mean, I always love classic muscle cars, but yeah, it does look really cool. It's a bump and a half from Impega. Oh no! Well, we returned the favour, unintentional. Although I tried to pull the car to the left, it just didn't want to know any of it. We should probably have gone for it. If we'd had a square hit on the back of Impega's car, it might not have been too bad, but it didn't. Impega will get the draft of somebody else, and it'll be fine. It's how this track works. You're gonna get crashed into, but you do recover quite quickly. Me and Liam have got the system working. This is what we need. Unfortunately, as well as we could work this, it won't matter, because they're still going to have a big enough group that they will catch us. It's just the trick is for us is going to be let's not make mistakes. I mean, Liam's managed to do quite well, actually, led for quite a while with Ewan doing this, and is still leading now. Okay, the car's racing with has changed, but Liam's managed to stay up at the front. Whether it's going to continue, though, this is the straight line after all. You never know. We are clear. Now it's going to get busy. So Liam is not going to be able to necessarily do a straight up. That's just get across in front of Brazen. That's fine. Now we've got to be a lot more careful with how we do these, or in theory, a lot more careful with how we do these slipstream runs, because we've got lots of cars with lots of speed. See, when it's just two of you and you have a car wandering around, it doesn't matter. When there's a big group of you, it matters a hell of a lot more. Are we going to be okay? Can't move across yet. Oh, Liam gets a big bump. Stevie's found some momentum. Down there, I found a lot of momentum. Oh no, land it! Oh, we landed it, but unfortunately spun in the process. I think Stevie got a wandering on and just couldn't catch it in time. And that's always the difficulty with these kind of cars. And sadly, I think we've had a crash at the wrong moment. Stevie's trying some wall riding technique. I think we had a crash at a bad moment because it's not very far from the end for us. Not very far at all. There's probably only a couple more hills to go. There's another big wreck up ahead. There is going to be, hopefully, a gap somewhere for us to aim for. We found one. Come on, get in the draft of Stevie. Could we time this perfectly? Big crash for Gliska going on. Big crash for a bunch of cars. We have a huge amount of momentum, but it's going to go the way of the yellow car. No, it's not. We're going to do it. Brazen hit the wall. We had the momentum from nowhere. We dodged the crashes. It was perfectly timed. The yellow car hit the wall, and I think if we hadn't done that, if Brazen hadn't hit the wall, I think Brazen would have won it. But hit the wall and lost momentum, and we had the run. Nobody was close enough at the time to draft with us. Stevie ended up 8th. So, I mean, Stevie had a crash, and we were both recovering together. I guess Stevie didn't quite dodge or get through those crashes as well as the rest of us. Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting that, actually. I'll take it, though. It was right place, right time for us to take victory with the arbiter. Now, for our second race here, this is, of course, always going to be the car that we wanted to have a go on the straight line with. The EGT. We know it's got some wacky collision physics. We know the speed differential in the slipstream is insane. We're not sure quite how badly it's going to go, but we're expecting it to be quite bad like that. Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear. That's not helped massively. It's gone, but kind of predictable. I tried to pull the car to the right. Didn't want to know any of it, so we just pushed Impega forward. Oh, got a wobble. We've got all sorts of... Thankfully, I mean, the one plus point of this is, unlike the Arbiter, it does go in a straight line on its own. Okay, when it's on its own, it does drive in a relatively controlled manner. Oh, Peg's giving us a squeeze. Hey, that's too many cars in one space. Somehow we managed to make 6 wide work. Crisco with the big bump shaft did not work. An effort was made. It was not as successful as you might think. What if we try and give... attempt on Lado works fairly well. Brazen gave us a push, and that... sometimes the bump draft works, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of... Yeah, we're kind of unsure. That one there did not work. Lombo was very much in the air at the start of that, and now I'm on my roof. Hey! And the floor, and the floor. There we go. Oh, we're fine. Well, It was going to happen eventually. Like, we were leading the way. There's no way it was going to last. There's a lot of scratches in all the different places on my car. Places you don't even normally get scratches on during a race. We had a big tumble in all of that. But I mean, it's a point of the straight line. It's going to cause that. Oh, yellow cars are having a crash. I'm so glad Lombo managed to get past at the right moment on that. Otherwise, we were going to... Just the instinct to dodge the yellow cars had to happen quicker than I was going to have the ability to look behind me to see if we were going to crash into somebody while dodging said yellow cars. So, helpful that Lombo got past. Unfortunately, we've just fallen out of the draft. Now, we'll catch back up at some point, mostly because that lot are going to slow each other down doing something dopey, as, as we have seen. And, of course... Even without the draft, we will be faster than the leaders. They're going to also be having an accident again. Yes, they are. Come on, where is this draft? We need something. Can we get some slipstream off level 8? Or no, Impega's having a spin. Okay, we should be close. No, not close. Still not close enough to them, but we should be able to work with Amy or Impega or any of the cars behind to catch back up. It's... Yeah, we had a little bit of no man's land driving. It does happen sometimes in this. Oh, there's a big squeeze against the wall for Longbow. There's going to be a gap. Oh, I didn't want to go to the left of Mute, but it was decreed we were going that way, thankfully. Oh, no. There's some pinball. There's lots of pinball. We got out of it in one piece, thankfully. There's no one to our left, so we'll just tuck into the line behind Stevie. Right, go, Stevie, go. Oh, well... Aaron's decided we're going to the front now. The 3-car bump draft is dangerous. Oh no, we're going to explode! I actually should have just slammed on the brakes at that point, to be honest with you. I for some reason thought we had longer to go until we got to the explode. I knew it was coming up, I just thought it was further away. Now begins the mess that is the turnaroundy point. I got the checkpoint. Sorry, Danger Man. Whatever car we came across was going to have a bad day there. It's unfortunate, because we're running at it at full speed. They're at very low speed, having turned around and accelerating away. So the car hitting full pelt is going to win. Oh, that was very cinematic. That was an incredibly cinematic rollover for Gliska right there. Off the wall. Oh, Impega's about to have a bad day. There's a bounce off a wall. There's a spinning pink car, spinning green car. Bumpy having some trouble. I mean, considering we were killed at the choke point, we have not done too badly out of all of this. Go, yellow car, go! Let's go. Oh no! Oh no! Mute's had a bunny hop. Right, let's go. We will put. I tried to push Lado. Bump draft didn't. We never really got it working there. It's good that these cars can kind of push. It's not the best push in the world. Okay, well, that was a bit of a big hit. Yeah, from lower speeds, bump drafting is slightly plausible in them. It's not the best thing in the world, but it does kind of work. Better than some cars that we've had run on this circuit, that's for sure. But it does also kind of goad you into tempting to try it, which never ends well. Or often doesn't end well, I should say. Everything's fine. Everyone made it through. We've got a little, like, a 4-car breakaway is kind of good because we can sort of all take it in turns. Oh, there's a gap somewhere, a little bit of lag. Gliska's doing a wheelie. I had momentum, but I had to back out of using most of it because we got stuck. Lado was going for the push the orange car forward. Unfortunately, oh, Lado lands it at the end of that. We're stuck 3 wide. Danger Man got to the lead and has had an accident. Oh, there's a gap somewhere. In all of this, we're fine. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if there was contact or whether Danger Man was just going a million miles an hour and the back end got loose going over a crest. I didn't actually see what caused Danger Man's tremendous accident. But it certainly... Well, Ewan was suddenly at the... I looked at the map briefly to see where we were in relation to Chiliad, and Ewan, I guess the catch-up was just murdering Ewan's straight-line speed. And, oh no, didn't need that. Still don't need that. Still don't need that. Well, it's a good thing we've got another lap, that's for sure. We have plummeted our way to the back of the field, and we definitely do not have long until the turnaround point. But, as I said, it's straight line. Anything can happen at the straight line circuit. We will, of course, be working together with everybody, basically, now to try and go forward. Oh, lots of understeer. There's a longbow. Hello, longbow. So one of the other thing we've got to be careful with, I'm seeing more when you're in a lot of sort of close quarters, is as you go over these crests, if you're carrying a lot of speed from a draft, the front of the car is up in the air, and you have a whole bucket load of understeer. It's quite bad. So you just, when I say understeer, right, I really mean barely turning at all. So yeah, if you get the timing a little bit wrong and your car is slightly in the air, it's actually a really bad time for you. So something we've got to be careful with these crests. At the moment, it is Brazen leading from Bumpy. They actually did that turnaround. We did a fairly good job of not managing to completely and utterly balls it all up. Pretty much. I think that's the best way to sum it up. Lado is going to get past, doesn't quite get far enough forward, unfortunately. I'm going to have a little lift on the throttle. So the reason why I had a lift there is to actually get a run. So what we want to do is we want to get enough slipstream to get past, and hopefully Lado will now get in the slipstream on mute, so we can all just kind of loop our way forward. Bumpy's in the way. It was a very... Oh, mute had an issue with the wall. There's ever so slightly sticky outy bits of wall that you can't really perceive them, but if you hit them, your car just pings and cross into the track. It's why you don't want to try and just run the wall on this circuit, because you will have a bad time. Somehow, Amy's car still got a working spoiler. Actually, so does Danger Man's. They are probably the only ones. Oh, no, Ewan's. Never mind. I was going to say they're the only ones that haven't working, but maybe a few. If the cars have reset, they might still have them working. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of broken cars in this, funnily enough. Oh, no! Oh, we survived the crash, and then we got sticky walled. Oh, sorry, level 8. We were just spinning wildly out of control. Very little we could do. Glisker likes climbing over cars, it would seem. I've not had the same... I've seen it. Glisker and Pego have seen them both multiple times, actually, climbing over cars in front. I've not had that the times I've tried to bump draft stuff. It's simply just about the... Whoa, depending on the angles and so on and stuff. We got a slipstream pull, but all at the wrong time. So, yeah, couldn't do much with it. Brazen's got a good run there. I've got nowhere to go at the moment, so we're going to have to kind of wait, look for a gap, or try and create a gap. Here we go. We will do triple teamwork. We will... Uh-oh. Oh, Danger Man's in the sky. There's another one in the sky. That's Impego is up and around. Someone's tried to create a gap on the right-hand side, and it kind of worked. Triple teamwork again. Oh... Let's go. It's not really working. We were trying to use our momentum, but it did not really work. Uh-oh. My car just does seem to be stuck on the road better than a lot of others. Liam's has gone really flipping and twisting through the air. Oh, Ewan has just punted Brazen through the gap. I mean, it worked. Brazen, whoa, got the lead of the race. Sorry, Lado. We will sort that one out actually quite nicely. That was just dodging a crashing Ewan. Lado was unfortunately the one that got squeezed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Danger Man through the gap. Level 8 having a tumble at the moment. We know this is about to go badly. Few cars drove off the edge to reset. However, no, I think we were a little bit more spread out this time. We were able to get the turnaround very safely. If anything, we gained some time in that one, which was very helpful. It's I wonder if my car has in some way got damaged and isn't climbing, because we've seen a lot of cars climb over other cars, and I say that it's going to come down to like the run to the end, and I'm going to go bump draft somebody, and that's the one where my car is going to climb over. It might just be pure luck based, and I've been unbelievably lucky that it hasn't got me yet. Wow, it goes so slow when you when you are being fully slowed down by catch up and have been used to racing a lot further back. Here comes the Horde. So these things that have, I mean, part of the reason why we're driving them, they have weird hitboxes, and they are notorious with their slipstream. The differential in speed with slipstream is huge with this car. Go on, Liam. There we go. See, that's a little bit of a climb from us. We just could not push Liam anywhere in that. Oh, there was a car's width and barely that for Impega. We've got a great run here. Danger Man is going to follow us. Mute with even more speed. When you're in a pack like that, suddenly you get a big burst of speed. There's always somebody that's got more than you do. Oh, go going on. There's a lot of wobbling from barely in control cars. That's fine. We will jink to the left, and then there's just a big train of cars locked together. Lado's going to give us a bump. Oh, we did not want to get spun there. We can get it going again. Oh, hello. We get it going again, and with a little bit of a helpful bump, we don't actually lose too much. Could have been a lot worse. And we've still got, cars to work with now. We've got level 8 and Stevie and Longbow, I think. Gliska's around. Uh-oh. Well, we've helped Stevie out. Oh, this is terrible for us. This is actually that's a really bad crash. Even for straight line standards, that's a bad one. In that, like, a couple of cars at the front have managed to escape away. You normally get like the odd car. You'll get like a car that pings over, and then everyone, of course, scrambles to avoid it. But that one, I think it was just a near track blocking crash. It is difficult to do it straight line because, well, it's quite a wide track by virtue of the fact that we know what it's designed for, designed to be silly and whatnot. But yeah, you don't normally get a full track blocking crash. Just the way that crash unfolded was bad. So yeah, Lado's having a lift to go and try and fall back into line. Ewan has got some draft from somewhere, actually. Just managed to start pulling away. I'm not quite sure where Ewan got the little burst of speed. I mean, it's fine by me because... oh! There's a gap. There's a problem. There's a big problem for an orange car. We had so much speed. Well, we've lost this one. The finish line is right round the corner, and I am dead and buried here. We had so much speed. Unfortunately, we had nowhere to really go with said speed. And I tried to shoot the gap, but we were just carrying so much momentum. I mean, we shot the gap. We found a gap through everything. Unfortunately, that gap did put us up against a wall, and we just pinged into the air, and there was nothing that we could do about it. And we had a race victory, and we've had a 15th place. And that about sums up straight line. We have covered the entire field in our experience. Yeah, maybe I should have lifted from that big run. I thought we could get the car across and through that gap against the wall, and we just couldn't in the end. Level 8 claims victory here. I didn't see. I think it was Ewan maybe in second. Didn't really see the leaderboard. It was indeed. Level 8 takes victory from Ewan and Pegger in third. Longbow, Mute, Liam, Lado, Dangerman, Gliska, and Stevie round out the top 10. Yeah. Went not great for me, that one. But it's still... it's a silly, silly race. And a good fun circuit, though. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And, of course, thank you to Stinty for building this silly, silly circuit. Shall be it, though. Till next time, goodbye.